Hello there, welcome to JonnyBuildz. I am your host Johnny, and a little bit of a different environment than I'm usually at because I am actually in Florida versus being up in Pennsylvania where I normally am streaming. So completely different layout, different desks, different everything. So hopefully everything sounds good. You can hear things well. Totally different. So we'll see how this goes. So anyway, we are going to do the red and green lions. They are not as big as the blue and yellow lions are, so we're doing both of them. Let me know in the chat which one you want to do first, the red one or the green one. They are similar, but there are some slight differences you'll see as we put them together. So take your pick, whichever one we want to do first, the red or the green one. Couple little announcements tomorrow. Same time, 8 o'clock Eastern, with Krista. Oh, it sounds crackly. Uh-oh. All right, hold on. Let me adjust it because this is, again, a different area. So let us go to here. Turn that down. And let me adjust my volume. Try that. Excuse me. How crackly are we talking? Actually, I'll make it so I can't hear my volume. Let's see how that is. Is that any better? Actually, I can hear myself. Oh, it wasn't bad? Okay, hold on. I can actually hear myself. Here we go. See, I'm echoing it, and I didn't hear anything, so I lowered it a bit. Well, we'll see how it goes. All right, we're gonna do red since Ben suggested red. So let me get the instructions up. And switch to red. And we gotta make them visible so that you guys can see them. There we go. All right. So, with these instructions, we are continuing the timer with the Voltron build. We are currently at 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 38 seconds for the two lines. We'll see how much further we get with this. So ready, set, here we go. All right. So how's everyone tonight? How's everyone doing? What'd you have for dinner? I had pizza. It was stuffed crust pizza with pepperoni, and pepper and cracked pepper and something else, peppercorn, something like that. It was really good. Absolutely delicious pizza. Haven't had stuffed crust pizza in quite a long time. So yeah, again, different environment. This one is very not super similar to where what we did with the one interview we did with Krista and Marcella, but it echoes enough. It's probably doing some reverberation or whatever. So sorry about that. But yeah, so no dinner yet. What are you going to have for dinner, I guess is the question. I know Beth's palate is different than yours, so you have to adjust a little bit sometimes. Slide this over just a tiny bit. Let's see a little bit better. Since the instructions are kind of in the way. Hope everyone's having a great night. Veggies, she works late. Aw. Veggies are good. I did have a Caesar salad. So we're doing, episode 5 of Lego Masters was last night, and was a good episode, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow at 8 o'clock, which should be plenty of time for anything else that's happening tomorrow, but that's the only time that could work for Marcella and Krista, so we're going to be talking about it, and excuse me, I thought it was actually a pretty good episode, so if you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. It should be on Hulu now. You should be able to watch it. Alright, so that one doesn't have, so that just goes there and it just has the pokey. So again, all the way that the, like I said, the lions themselves, the red and green ones are definitely designed differently because they are arms versus legs. So putting them together is a little bit different, but they are very similar in how they look structure-wise, but the outside of them is definitely different, like the way that their details are and stuff, and you'll see that as we put them together. There we go. That's it so far. And I do know I'm missing like 2 little pieces. I didn't have a chance to take these apart before we left to come down here. So I know we're missing 2 little pieces on the red one and 1 little piece on the green one. So that'll be something I'll have to worry about later, but for the most part, all their pieces are here, so that's a good thing. But that's one of the things you do, you find out as you work on them. Whenever you get a haul of some kind and you have to figure out what all is where. So went to a really oh, you were worried about, yeah. So their build though, Justin and John's build, I think, just from what I recall of it, even with them ending up where they did, I figured they were still shoo-ins to at least not, fall, or be the last of the night. But it was definitely an interesting challenge, something they haven't done in that way before. So it'll be fun to talk about. Because it was a good one. It definitely taxed everyone to try different things. So yeah. All right, we'll put that there for a second. Design. We got to put together a little tiny apparatus here. This joins the 2 halves of the lion and allows it so it is flexible, so the arms can move like arms whenever it's in robot form, which we will do next week. Oops. The criteria they did for last night's episode was really good, and I thought they kept on focus very well, which was important, because I think for some of the challenges I disagree with the judges, because they say, oh, we want you to focus on this and do that, and then it seems like whenever they judge it, they don't keep focus on what they said that they needed to be done. So like I thought they did a good job, so that was important to me. All right, so this is where we first start deviating from the green line in the way it's put together. The sides of it here. Make sure I didn't forget anything. Good. Right. Reverse it. They are kind of funny looking too. They're a little bit more blocky than than the red than the blue and yellow lions, which I think is kind of funny for arms, that they're like this because they're smaller at the same time. All right, I need my tail connector. Hard to see a little bit because I don't have the best lighting, but if I increase the light too much, then it would be impossible for anyone to see. So I suffer for the craft. I think that goes on. I don't think this is supposed to be the number. No, because this is the back end. So again, tomorrow night will be episode 5 review with Krista and Marcella. And then next week we'll be finishing Voltron. Oh, so we went to this store. We tried to go to it over Christmas break when we were down here, but ended up being closed, like permanently closed at the mall that it was at. So then my wife found out that it was reopened at a mall even closer to us. So it was like, oh, that's cool. It's called Florida Man Toys, which is kind of funny because if you know anything about Florida Man, or like any time that you see a store that begins with Florida Man, you know it's going to be like, oh, you know, something really wacky happened. But the store was actually, I mean, like, it's called Florida Man Toys, but all they have is Lego. So I guess they couldn't call it the Lego store, you know, the Florida Man Lego store, whatever. They had to, you know, because of copyright. But it was a really, really, really neat store. The way they had everything displayed and stuff, and they're still working on unpacking and stuff from their move because they opened in February. But it was really neat. Nothing I wanted. Surprising, but yeah, there was just nothing there. I mean, there's a couple of things that were kind of a little bit interesting. They did have a Boba Fett there, a Cloud City Boba Fett for $1,700. No, I did not get that. Some other interesting odds and ends, but they don't deal. We were talking with the lady that was there. She, the wife, their family. Yeah, and yeah, he's actually selling it. He kept it for a while. And like it was his thing, you know. He was like, he traded for it or whatever. We heard we got the story from her. That, you know, he traded for it. You know, he kept it for a while. He was like, ooh, this is kind of, you know, my thing. And now he's to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm ready to sell it. So it yeah. So it was there in a protective case and everything. It was neat because I haven't seen one in person until now, so it was kind of cool to see. Definitely not something I need though, but it was neat. Not a lot of stuff though that like they don't deal a lot in collectible things. It's just what they ended up, you know, having from over the years. But they tend to just, again, they're family owned, so they tend to focus on, you know, decent prices and stuff. They have to make a profit, obviously, but they stick to trying to keep everything price-wise down as much as they can, which is good. And so we're definitely going to go back at some point, but there was just, you know, because they're unpacking stuff still, and as we, you know, as they do that, you know, they may have something that comes out that is like, oh, hey, I'm kind of interested in that. But they don't deal, or at least so far, they don't deal in a lot of like old sets. Like if you went to, she had mentioned Atlanta Brick Company, where they deal with a lot of classic sets and things like that. But they're, you know, they're making a profit on lots of stuff. So, but you know, that's what they choose to do. That's their business. So. And they're keeping it family oriented and everything, so pretty cool. All right, we flip that over for a second so we can flip it back over. All right. I don't know why they put, like, it's not this is a tile piece. That's the way it is. You can see it in the instructions. It is a tile piece, and I don't know, it's just kind of interesting they do it that way. But, you know, whatever. Okay, this is very important because we're not putting the sticker on because it's already on. We're going to make sure this is the right way, oriented. That is number 2. Means this is number 2 as far as the lines go. Number 1, of course, is the black line, so red is number 2. Red is the aggressive one. If you ever watched the show Legendary Defender or even the original Voltron, like each of the lions have a personality. And number 2 is kind of like the aggressive one. He's the one that has the sword. He's the one that, you know, is the hardest to control, so to speak. All those kind of things. The hothead, yes, exactly. And he's piloted by the hothead for a while in the series until he gets switched during the storyline. But then the hothead also eventually, you know, turns into a good leader, that sort of thing. So they do a good job making the story. Yes, absolutely, and it matched. Didn't quite match with the drivers at first. I gave all the drivers frustration as they tried to figure them out, and or all the pilots, I guess you could say. So, all right, there we go. So this allows a little squeaky, but this allows the arm. So when this becomes an arm, because that's what these are for. This becomes an arm. This allows it so it can move that way as an arm. Put it there. Got to do the tail, and then we do the head. So yeah, each of the lines has its own personality, its own style. Excuse me. And the drivers have to learn how to pilot, how to interact with them. And it's pretty neat the way they do that. All right, so we got to do 2 of these. The legs are all kind of similar. Unlike the legs of Voltron, their legs are a lot bigger. These ones are smaller, and they're designed the same way. So there's 2 each for each side. I do like how they connect in too. The design for Voltron is actually really well done as far as the Lego is for him. Probably one of my favorite sets, because I think it was designed well. Not just how it transformed. The only thing I don't like, and we'll get to that with the black line. I don't like how the black lion transforms. I think they could have done that a little bit better, because they had the pieces to do it, I think, but you know, it is what it is. Yep, that's all we need there. And we need 2 of these. Got to make sure these go the right way. So the person that had this before me, every single one of these was turned. Every single one of these symbols was turned the wrong way. So they did not pay attention. And this is, we're missing. I know we're missing one of these great cheese slopes in one of these legs. So we'll find that out whenever we get to that point. Ooh, well, that was unexpected. That one busted. Oops. So someone is not going to have a foot. Must have been when it got taken apart. Don't know my own strength. right, put that down. We'll do the opposite leg. So we're gonna have one leg that does not have a foot. I mean, we'll have a foot made for it, but it will not be able to go on, unfortunately. But it is what it is, you know. What are you working on, Ben? What is coming up Thursday for you? Did you finish the I know you were working on microfighters last time. Did you finish the 747 with the shuttle? I can't remember if you did or not. Some Q2 stuff to see if it works. That's kind of an interesting. All right, you did finish that. Okay, to see if it works. I'm curious what it is that has to work. To see if it works. I mean, like, it's what we're always doing, right? With Lego, we're always trying to see if it does things the way we want it to. Like we say jump, and the Lego says how high, right? Yeah, it'd be kind of creepy if Lego actually responded. Oh yeah, for the Q2 stadium. See, when you said Q2, I was thinking like second quarter, because like that's how our lug meetings happen. So I was not thinking of the Q2. That thing is coming along, getting there. That's why I was confused, because I was like, oh, you're doing a, you know, but again, your lug does meetings different than ours does, so. Okay. I know I have more of these leg pieces, so I'll be able to fix them or replace it, whatever. Okay. The flower arrangement. Oh, okay, cool. All right, here we go. 2 feet. And 2 more. Arrangement. Something. The botanicals are just an amazing line. I think. I wouldn't call the Van Gogh one a flower arrangement. It's because it's art, you know. But aside from that, because I don't like the coloring they used, but like other than that, like everything botanical wise, like Lego has kind of hit a home run. I don't like necessarily want all of them, because some of them are just not my style or whatever, like, but like they're so good, so well done. I have to say it's like the best line that they've done, where they're like everything just like, I mean, like, because like I wasn't a fan of the dead flowers, but some people like those kind of arrangements, you know, so like, you know, wasn't mine to get, but like still, for dead flowers, they look like dead flowers. I mean, they do good. Out of places to put them. Come on, you can put them all over your house, like everywhere. Like little vases. See, that lets you get creative, so you can build make vases for them. Yeah. Okay, now he's standing up. Good. Now we need to make a head. So let's do that. Nice thing is too is those flowers don't die. That's probably like the number one thing about the botanicals, is that they do not die. Just dusting. Yep. Yep. And I will say this, definitely ours have not gotten dusted. I can guarantee you that. Alright. So the holes in here are going to be used for the shield and the sword to be held onto. So that's why these mouths are different than the red and or the blue and yellow lion, because they don't hold anything in their mouths. Shaping and everything they do for these though is just so good. Okay, let's make some eyes. There. And then also using the silver pieces on them makes it look so good too. There should be a one, but well, there's two of them right now. There we go. There we go. I just love whenever they use the chrome pieces. Looks so good. And we also need and this is where they are. Each of the lines is a little bit different. Also, the way their heads are just a little bit on the sides. They are all a little bit different between the green and the red. Because this one has like these little dots on its cheeks, and the green one does not. 9 botanicals displayed already. Jeez. Yeah. A couple more isn't gonna hurt. What are you talking about? 13. Jeez. 13. That's quite a lot. I am impressed, my friend. I am impressed. Okay. Now we got 2 ears to put on. Again, their heads are a little bit smaller than the other two. And everybody's smaller than the black one. Okay, there we go. Alright. Snap, snap. See? And also they made it so, like, I mean, it doesn't go up and down, but they made it so that this can move. So you have both the arm and the hand can move whenever they're. Yeah, I know. I agree. The vehicle. I mean, all the Voltrons would be pretty cool. They really would. All right. So there we go. Red one is done. Let us switch to green. Look at that. Immediate switch. So you can tell already from the instructions that it is made similar, but there are differences to how to the actual look of the lion than the red one. Of course, if I can't find pieces, then I can't build them. So, yeah, the vehicle Voltron would be neat. I mean, they had they had a revival essentially of the classic one with Legendary Defender. It'd be cool to see them do the same thing. However, so this is cool. they have finished principal shooting of the Voltron movie. So there's a live action Voltron movie with Henry Cavill. The one guy from This Is Us is in it. Trying to think who some of the other people are, but they're in the live action Voltron. So like that, I'm excited for. Especially the fact that Henry Cavill was in. I mean, like he was all for it. So like they spent years trying to get that off the ground. So if he signed on, then he was good with the script, because that's the kind of guy that Henry Cavill is. So I'm excited for that. See how that is. So yeah, live action Voltron would be cool. Like I mean, I know they'll make it look more realistic, but if the graphics are anything similar to the way they did Legendary Defender, oh, it'll be incredible. Legendary Defenders, like the way they did the seamlessness between animation and the computer animation stuff, oh, it was so good, so well done. Cautiously happy about it. Yeah, I completely understand that. It's hard to be like woohoo when so many franchises that have come out have been a disappointment. As of late, because a lot of times it seems like the studio gets a hold of it and it's like, well, we're just going to try to make money off of a name versus, you know, do a good film or whatever. So hopey that turns out good. Okay, this I think is another place where I'm missing a piece. I think I'm missing one of these green flat 1x2s here. But we will see. Can't remember. Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I mean, like that's it. All you can do is wait and see, of course, but could be a very good thing. Yeah, one of these 1x2s I don't have, but I'll put them on here. That way I can see better on the face or wherever. And I'm missing one, and I can replace it. So yeah, this is a little bit different because the red line has 1x6 instead of two 1x2s. So it's slightly different here on the body. And then this part is definitely different. It's the green line is a little bit sleeker than the red. So this is the back. You can see that like it narrows in with the wing pieces. This one is Pidge's. This is Pidge's lion, and it does not sciencey things, but it does like that kind of experimental type things and stuff. It's more about protection. Obviously it holds the shield, so it's definitely about protection. So yeah. That, which is funny, being like essentially the smallest lion, and it focuses on protection. So we got This is the back end. I don't think I do the tail yet. Nope. We'll put that back there. We'll do the front. A little bit of red with the green. So a little bit of Christmas colors. Christmas in June. Where's this piece? There it is. So yeah, I agree. I'm cautiously optimistic about it, just because of the people involved with that movie. So here's hoping, and hoping we see like some kind of preview or something soon. What preview just came out that looked interesting? What preview was that? I just saw on TV last night a preview for something. I can't remember what it was. You can't remember either, can you? What was it? Some kind of movie or something. I was kind of like, huh, that looks interesting. Well, they have the scary one coming out. The what was it? Megan 2.0 or something like that. That one just looks freaky and weird. What movie was it? Well, I've seen the previews for the new Jurassic World, and I don't know. I like they keep going back, trying to do the same thing, and I don't know. It just seems like people doing dumb again and again and again, you know. So I don't know. The Jurassic Worlds, like after the first one, it's like don't you guys learn? And like they're up to like the third or fourth one. Yeah, 28 years later. Is that what it is? I wasn't sure if it. I wasn't sure what the time frame was for, but if it's 28 years later, so they're just like, man, we're gonna go back to the island and do things better than everybody else, but we'll do them the exact same way. Like, makes no sense. I mean, I love the movie 28 years after 28 days. Oh, wait, is that it? 28 years later? No. I can't think of what movie it was. Can't remember. Can't even remember what it was about because I got other stuff in my head now, so I'm like I can't think of it. Sure, we'll go with that. Yeah, The Accountant 2. Which actually we just watched The Accountant 1. Charlie's Cheesesteaks. Oh, right. That sounds good. I saw The Accountant, the first Accountant, for the first time. Don't know why I'd never seen it before. It was pretty good. I liked it. So The Accountant 2, I know, was out. It was like out in the theater already, but like now it's on streaming already, which is kind of weird. Kind of odd that it went that quickly. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up and find out. I'll mention it tomorrow during the interview. So yeah, interviewing. I guess it's a review. It's not really an interview. Sean Connery 007 movies in 4K UHD. I mean, like it's Sean Connery. Of course they're good. I mean, you can't go wrong with Sean. So. Bond, James Bond. Wait, does that go? Is there a? Yes, there is a 1x2 that goes there. I think that's where that. Wait a minute. Ah, and there's another 1x2 that goes here. That might be the one I'm missing. Yeah. So if I'm missing that, oh no, I do have it. Okay. So it is the smooth ones that I'm missing one of those. Okay. All right. So this is part of where this line is different because it's actually got like the wheel wells for the legs. Kind of funny. And then we put number 3 right there, right in the middle. This is line number 3. Okay, there we go. And again, so it can move like an arm. Secret Service to come to 4K. Oh no, you might have to wait a while for that one. There we go. Tail piece. So yeah, the one-off actor. Oh, I don't know that particular movie, so I'm not. But oh, I see. And let's slide these out of the way a little bit to move that there. Let's build some legs. So essentially the same way we built them for the red line, we are building them for the green line. George Somethingsley. Speaking of Somethingsley, have you guys happened to see the videos that they've come out with? I've seen 2 of them so far, where it's like a news thing, and they're like everything is bad and probably getting worse, and like they just keep going through, and all the newscasters' names are end with an LY, so it's Tommy Lee Cruz and stuff like that. Like they're hilarious videos, and just like they go through really quickly, and you know, like hitting all the things, and like, hey, you know, things are bad. All the all the children have exploded. They will be missed, you know, and then they just go to the next thing. It's like absolutely hilarious. I don't know, I follow the group, but I haven't seen any more yet. The Roger Moore collection, that'd be good. The Orion. Those go the right way. I love that they did these because those are exactly how the lions look. Oh, the onion. No, it's not. I can't remember who it was. It was a completely unheard of group, as far as, you know, it goes for me. It was a completely unheard of group, but it was hilarious. I mean, like the whole the children thing got me. I was just like, what? Like, and so like they go to the weather guy, and or no, they go to the weather guy. He's like, hey, let's go to someone Mattingly or whatever for sports. He's like on sport. He's like, no, I don't. He's like, all right, we're not going to go back to him anymore. And then they go to the traffic guy, and the traffic guy's like, it's like I shouldn't be up here. He's like, why not? He's like, I can see everything. You know, we're not supposed to see this. You know, it's such a good video. It's hilarious. But yeah, I know the Onion does. We have some of their books. The Onion. It's good stuff. Or no, I'm thinking the Oatmeal. Onion is good. Has been good stuff in the past. But yeah, the newscasts just go just keep going. They're like their cadence just keeps going and stuff. And parfaits have layers. Everyone likes a nice parfait. No, onions have layers, like ogres. Where are. Huh. Where is that piece? I know I have it. I took it apart last night. Where is it? Here it is. It's hiding. It's trying to hide from me, and this is where I don't have one of the cheese slopes, which is fine. And I'll find it later. All right. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, as always, Ben. Enjoy your food. Fud, whatever it is. Put him on the back since he doesn't have the. Oh, and I forgot to do the legs. Because we are missing one because one broke. So he will be. This line will be gimpy. We were just talking about that. I was trying to remember the name of a movie, and I can't remember what it is, or what it's vaguely about. But we just saw a preview for it last night, and it's like, it's bothering me that I can't think of what it is. But it looked interesting, and I can't remember. We were talking about Jurassic World though, and it's like, oh, they're coming out with another one where, you know, everyone does everything wrong, like the previous 8 iterations or however many there are. It's just kind of funny. Oops. Like, I think people go just because it's big dinosaurs and, you know, they eat people in interesting ways sometimes. But like the movies, I know it's their shtick or whatever, but like it's the same stuff every time. Like it's like we're gonna do it different, we're gonna do it better, and then they do it the exact same way, and the same things happen. So like, yeah, I don't know. So this foot, like I said, that unfortunately that broke. So yeah, it'll be something I'll have to repair at home. But the rest of this all has to be fixed. Like all the rest of the stuff has to be found at home anyway, so it works out. So here we go. Let's build the head. And then we'll have 4 of the 5 lions done. And then next week we will finish the black line and we'll see how fast I can we'll see how quickly I can transform Voltron from the 5 lions. That'll be fun. Mission Impossible? No, because I'm not a fan of Mission Impossible. We did see a preview for it, but I'm definitely not a fan. Like the previous Mission Impossible, that's fine, you know, but like there's too many of them. Why can't I think of what it was? We both saw it, and then no. No, that does look interesting. How to Train Your Dragon does look interesting, though. We'll figure it out after. Yes, yeah, that's what Ben was talking about. This cheek is slightly different. Ooh, I forgot that. There we go. Okay, so these cheeks have this bottom thing, and I know, and this is the other thing I'm missing, is I'm missing one of these. It goes on the bottom here. Yeah, and one of those, so I'm gonna do that when we get home. No, F1 does look interesting, but that was not it. I don't know, I'm at a loss. Ears are done the same way. All right. He's standing on 3 legs, so that's good. And done. So wow, that didn't take. What did that do? So that was like 50 minutes to get those 2 done. They're a lot simpler. So yeah, vacation, so I can go shorter. So of course we have a foot that doesn't go on because we have a broken leg. So that's all right. So you can see they are a little bit different the way that they're designed. Just like the yellow and blue lines aren't quite the same. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So next week we do the Black Lion. We do number 1. So we've done we kind of went backwards. We went 4, 5, 2, 3. So we'll do number 1 last, and then we will put Voltron together and see how long that takes. So yeah. So tomorrow 8 o'clock, same time. Marcella and Krista will be on, and we are going to review episode 5 from last night of Lego Masters. Was a really interesting episode because they were doing motion again, only they were given specific motion they had to do and utilize in their builds, and it was actually the focus. Unlike sometimes where they're like, hey, put motion into this, and then they just it's just kind of like almost like an afterthought. So I think they did a good job on this episode, picking the people who did the best. So yeah, we'll review it and see what everyone thinks. So thanks for tuning in as always. Like, share, subscribe, all those good things. Always appreciate that. But until next time, which will be tomorrow, but then, building will be next week. But until next time, keep on building. We'll see ya.